Good morning. Can you hear me?
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Judge Hassan. We're going to get started in a few minutes. If I could have everyone just stay on mute for a little bit to eliminate some background noise. This is the 8:45 a.m. docket on August 12th, 2021 for the Olmos Park Municipal Court. So thank you for joining. I'm going to go over a few preliminary instructions in just a few minutes, but I am going to also call the docket, so be ready and listening for your name. And just so everyone is aware, we are currently live streaming on YouTube, and that's in order to comply with the open courts provision of the Constitution. Okay, so let me call the docket and then I'll give you some further instructions. Okay, if you're present, take yourself off of mute and let me know that you're here, or if you're on video, you can wave to me as well. Okay, I have business name 5 Elements International. Do we have a representative for 5 Elements International? Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
And your name?
Yes, I'm here.
Your name?
Ruben Lara.
Okay, Ruben Lara. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Johnny Joe Aguirre. Johnny Joe Aguirre. Yes?
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you. Lawrence A. Beck. Lawrence A. Beck. Richard Floyd Briggs. Thank you, sir. Patricio Cuellar.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. And a representative for DM Developments. DM Developments. John B. Flanagan. John B. Flanagan. Cheryl Xavier.
Hi, hello.
Thank you. Terrence McKinney. Terrence McKinney. Giomara Perales. Thank you. Colin Rolicki.
Here,
Okay, Rolite, thank you. Pedro Rubio Martinez.
Here. Here.
Thank you. Logan Sepulveda. Logan Sepulveda. Julia Troy. Thank you. And Steve White.
Present.
Thank you, sir. All right, very good. All right, thank you again for joining. Just again, a few preliminary instructions. This is an initial appearance docket or a pretrial docket. And if you have not entered a plea on the case, I will be asking you to enter a plea. You have 3 options: guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you plead guilty, you're admitting guilt and you're asking the court to assess the punishment in the case. Okay. If you plead no contest, you're not admitting guilt. However, you're also not challenging the charges. You just want to resolve the matter today. Again, you're not admitting guilt and you're just pleading no contest. You're not contesting the charges. Okay. If you plead not guilty, that means you are contesting the charges, and we will schedule you for a pretrial setting at a later date and time, and then a trial setting. You do have a constitutional right to a jury trial, which means the case would be heard and decided by 6 citizens of Olmos Park. Okay, you can waive a jury trial and instead have a bench trial, which means the case would be heard by me or the other judge in Olmos Park. Okay, that's a non-jury or a bench trial by judge. Those trials are not scheduled to take place today because this is just an arraignment docket. Okay, you will be scheduled for a later date and time for a trial docket should you choose to have a trial. If you do have a question about your case or a question about how you're going to plead, I will ask you to visit with Mr. Dixon, who is the prosecutor. He is on the call today. You will go into a breakout room with him to discuss the facts of the case. Maybe you can reach a resolution, and if not, we will then schedule you for that trial setting. Okay. If you do want to try to resolve the case today and you'd like to keep it off your record if you're here for a moving violation, there are some options available to you. The first of which is a driving safety course. And you would have 90 days to complete the course. You must have a valid Texas driver's license and insurance. Okay. If you do not qualify for that option, the other option that might be available to you is deferred disposition. It's sometimes informally called probation. It's an unsupervised probationary period anywhere from 1 day to 180 days, depending on the violation charged. And there may be some additional requirements placed upon you during that time. There is a fee that must be paid for the case, and that again will vary from case to case depending on the charge. If you are placed on a deferral, in addition to the fee, you may be required to maintain insurance, to perform community service hours, attend a course, etc. It will just vary again from case to case. But upon successful completion, the case is closed out and does not appear as a conviction on your driving record. If you are a commercial driver's license holder, the deferred disposition option and the driving safety course option are not available to you. Okay. If you are under 25, you must take the driving safety course. All right. Many of you are here are for ordinance violations. I will have you speak with the prosecutor about those. And we're going to get started. I'm going to go in alphabetical order as your name is listed on the docket sheet here. Again, if you have an issue that needs to talk to the prosecutor, you'll be sent into a breakout room with him, and you'll be expecting to see a little pop-up window on your screen that'll indicate when to go into that breakout room with him. Okay. If you have questions specific about your case, if you'd like to be placed on a payment plan, request community service hours, request time served, etc., I'll be happy to address those issues with you individually here in a few minutes. In the meantime, if you'll just stay on mute till it's your turn, that will eliminate the background noise. And again, I thank you for your patience as we get started. Thank you. Okay, so first up, I have Mr. Ruben Lara for 5 Elements International. Did we lose Mr. Lara?
Hello?
Mr. Lara?
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you're here as a representative of 5 Elements International, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, and there is a charge for a city ordinance violation, prohibition of weeds, brush, and rubbish. How do you plead on that case?
No contest?
Okay. And were you able to pay the fine on that today, or how did you want to take care of it?
I want to resolve it. I have a question in regards to the case.
Okay, I'm going to have you speak with the prosecutor then, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you'll be speaking with Mr. Dixon right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next up I have Johnny Joe Aguirre. Mr. Aguirre?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Good morning. You have a charge for speeding 42 and a 30 mile per hour. How do you plead?
No contest?
You have another one for expired operator's license. How do you plead?
No contest as well.
Okay. Do you currently have a driver's license that's valid?
No, ma'am. I am on the process of getting it. There was a form attached with my paperwork about my next scheduled appointment with the DMV
Okay, when is that scheduled?
on September 8th, ma'am.
Okay. All right, very good. So that's an appointment to see the DMV to get the driver's license reinstated. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you having to retest and everything? Is that the issue?
Yes, ma'am. It's because it's actually, I thought it's been suspended for 14 years now. And
Okay.
when I got pulled over, they told me that after 12 years, it's actually turned to expired, so that I'm available to get it. And I wasn't aware of that
Okay.
until I got pulled over.
All right. But you do have an appointment next month. Okay. That's good.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. So you should have it then by the 8th, right? If all goes well?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So did you want to try to keep these off your record? Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I'm looking at our next court date here. We're actually scheduled for the 9th, so that's perfect. All right. So let's see. So I'm going to reset that driver's license case for the 9th. Okay.
Okay. At the same time, ma'am?
Yes, same time with proof of your driver's license. If you get that, you can email a copy of that to the court. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. There still will be a fee that's owed on that. But if you're able to get that, perhaps we can work with you on the fee, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now how did you want to take care of the speeding violation?
If I could have some type of payment plan?
Okay, did you want to try to keep that one off your record since you're about to get your driver's license reinstated?
Yes, ma'am, if possible.
Okay, I'm also going to reset that one for September 9th. At that point in time, the fee will be $241 for the speeding violation. It'll be a 90-day probation at that point in time. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so 90 days from the date you pay. I'm giving you 30 days to pay. All right, so $241, 90 days, no additional violations, and then that one will be closed out. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
Yes, ma'am.
very good. So we'll see you back in a month on the 9th, hopefully with a copy of that driver's license, and then we can talk about resolution of the expired driver's license case, okay?
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Any questions before you go?
No, ma'am.
All right, we'll see you back in a month. Good luck with that, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next up, Richard Floyd Briggs.
Yes, Your Honor.
Morning, Mr. Briggs, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Let's see here. You have expired, display expired registration or license plate. How do you plead on that case?
No contest.
Okay. And let's see, then you have another one here for failure to maintain financial responsibility. How do you plead on that one?
No contest.
All right, very good. Noting here that you turned in a receipt for the registration. Is that right?
Yes, the registration was renewed within the 20 days.
Okay,
And
let me
the,
take a look at that.
and the insurance was taken care of the next day. After.
Okay, you were able to purchase the insurance after the ticket, is that right?
Yes, the next day.
Okay, very good. Let me take a look at those items here. Okay. All right, very good on the registration, and let's see the insurance here. All right, very good. All right, so the registration violation, that'll be a $20 dismissal fee, sir. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so that's $20 on the registration violation. And then on the insurance violation, the insurance violation does not qualify as one of those that qualifies for a dismissal right away, but you do qualify for the deferred disposition option, which would require you to pay the special expense fee of $325. And then you would be placed on a deferral, which would mean that you would need to maintain insurance for 180 days. And upon successful completion of that, at the end of the 180 days, if you were able to comply with that and maintain that insurance, the case is closed out, dismissed, and does not appear as a conviction on your driving record. Okay.
Okay.
Now the $325, that can be paid in full, or it can be paid in payments over the 6-month period. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Are you able to make a payment towards that within a week's time?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So we'll schedule you for a week from tomorrow. That's the 20th for an initial payment of, can you pay $50 at that point in time?
Oh, a week from today?
Oh, a week from tomorrow, the 20th.
20th. I can pay it sometime before then.
Okay, all right, very good. So we'll put initial payment due by the 20th, and then payment plan for the balance over the entirety of the 6 months, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and remember also you have the $20 fee for the registration that's due as well.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and you can drop that at the drop box. You can stop by in person, or you can mail that in, okay?
All right.
All right, very good. Any questions before you go, sir?
No, ma'am. Am I free to go?
You're free to go. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Take care. Bye-bye now. Mr. Dixon?
Judge, on the number one on the docket there where I'm speaking with Mr. Lara, he is going to plead no contest, but it's going to be a 90-day reset for sentencing only to monitor compliance.
Okay,
And if he hadn't gotten any citations, then I'll recommend a reduced fine.
very good. Okay. Mr. Lotta, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Do you have any questions about what the prosecutor just indicated?
No, ma'am.
All right, very good. I am going to reset that 90 days for sentencing to make sure you are in compliance, okay?
Yes.
All right, we'll see you back in 90 days, sir. You're free to
Yes,
go.
ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Next up, I have Patricio Cuellar. Mr. Cuellar, if you could press *6 on your phone, you are muted.
Hello, ma'am. My name is Luis Cuellar. I'm here with Patricio Cuellar. I'm helping him with his English. So if there's any questions, I can help you with that.
Okay, very
But
good.
he's
Okay. He has 2 violations. Does he understand that?
yes, ma'am, and he pleads no contest.
Okay. All right, Myra, are you available to speak with Mr. Cuellar and Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Cuellar, I'm gonna have you speak with the prosecutor and one of the court clerks is gonna assist you, okay?
Thank you very much. Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Okay, let's see here. All right, next up, it's Cheryl, is it Javier? Okay, you're on mute, ma'am.
Hi, yes.
Hi, good morning, how are you?
Good morning. I'm good.
Good, good. Okay, let's see here. You have a speeding charge, 37 in a 25-mile-per-hour zone. How do you plead on that case?
No contest.
Okay, and how did you want to try to take care of that one today?
So I don't mind doing like some form of payment arrangement for that. But I did have a couple questions regarding that violation.
Okay, you can go ahead, just so you're aware, if you want to contest it in any way, you would enter a plea of not guilty, and then I would let you talk to the prosecutor if you want to contest it anyway. If you're seeking a dismissal or anything like that.
Yeah, because I guess I was just a little worried if I didn't want this violation to be in my record.
Okay.
But also I guess I didn't want to, further along this, like as far as seeing a jury and like all that situation.
If you want to
So
plead,
that's why.
right. If you
I'm
want
sorry?
to plead, no contest, then you can explain the situation to me, and we can talk
Okay.
about keeping it off your record, fines and fees, etc. I just
Exactly.
do not have the
Perfect.
ability on my own motion to dismiss the case. That's something the prosecutor handles. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. I really
Sure.
appreciate it.
All right. So did you want to go ahead and continue with your plea of no contest?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So again, you're pleading no contest. You're not contesting the charges. You're not admitting guilt. You just want to resolve it, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
very good. All right. So it's a speeding charge. Go ahead.
Okay. Do I get transferred over to somebody or?
Did you want to speak to the prosecutor? I mean, I can let you do that.
Oh, I speak to you. That's okay. I could do that as well. So I just explain what happened that day. Is that
Right,
what?
but I just want to be clear. If you're seeking any type of dismissal, a complete dismissal, I don't have that ability on my own motion. That comes from the prosecutor.
Okay. Okay. So basically that day, what happened was, that I was going 37 and it was a 35. So what I noticed was that when the police, did a U-turn, any normal person would, pull over to the side safely, but what I noticed was he told me to keep driving for a couple hundreds of feet. And that's what I noticed was a little off and like different. So I kept driving and then I, pulled over again. And then he, in his speaker again, he said, no, keep driving. So that's when I'm like, okay, what is happening? So what I noticed, I kind of retraced my steps and I did see he ended up basically pulling me over in the transition period of where 35 converted into a 25. So that's when I was like, oh, wow, so after the 25 miles per hour sign is when he then pulled me over. And that's when I was like, this is a little off. And that's why I scheduled, this hearing because it's never happened to me before. I'm always very, good when it comes to speeding and I always control, all that. So that's why I basically, I'm scheduled here this morning because I did find that a little off, basically. But like I said, I don't mind any payments, or anything. I just want to make sure this isn't in my license, or my record, because I
Right.
always, in the 10 years of driving, I always made sure that everything is good,
Sure.
So yeah, basically, I don't know what to do after.
Okay, well, I can place you on a deferral for a fee, and then after 60 days, the case is closed out, assuming you don't get any other tickets. Okay,
Okay, okay.
there would be a fee. You're looking at, let's see. $150 for the
Okay,
fee, and then 60 days, no moving violations.
okay, okay. And then do I call the court for that as far as like an arrangement?
You, if you want a payment plan, I can place you on a payment plan today with your first payment due in 30 days. Or,
Okay,
and then the balance due with at the end of the 30 days. We can split it in.
okay, I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. Start the payment arrangement today. That would be great.
All right. Did you want to make a payment towards it today?
Unfortunately, today I won't be able to, but I could do it as soon as, this upcoming Monday. I could do anything.
All right, very good. So I'll schedule you for an initial payment of $50 due by next Friday, the 20th. Okay.
Okay,
All
okay,
right. And then 60 days, no moving violations.
okay.
And just make sure you make your full payments by the end of the 60 days. So you'll have a balance owed of $100 after you make that first payment.
Okay, sounds good. And do I get all this like in an email or like everything or?
You will get some paperwork after you make that first payment. All right.
Okay.
So you'll need to either stop by the office or contact them over the phone to make those arrangements for that first payment. Okay.
Oh, okay. So not like on the website or put my citation number?
No, because it's a minimum of $100 that must be paid online to do it that way. But because I'm placing you on a deferral, the paperwork has to come directly from the court clerk.
Okay, so I just wait for that paperwork,
If
basically?
you could, when you're ready to make your first payment, if you could contact the court, and the court
Okay,
will walk you through that process.
perfect. Thank you so much. So am I all set or?
You're all
or
set.
Do I need to
Just
do
make
it?
sure- You're all set. Just make sure you make that first payment by next Friday, okay?
Perfect. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good day.
Take care.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
Thank you.
Hi, Judge. Good morning. I just wanted to my name is Logan Sepulveda. I just wanted to make sure that
Yes, okay, very good. I'll make note that you're here. Thank you.
thank you.
Very good. All right, next up I have Chiomara Perales.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, how are you this morning?
Fine. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Let's see here. You have a charge for defective or no license plate light. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay, then you have another one for no driver's license. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay, and another one for possession of drug paraphernalia. How do you plead?
Guilty.
And it looks like you have an appointment at DPS for your driver's license. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. On September the 24th.
Okay. All right, very good. Now tell me what was going on with the license plate light. Did you get that fixed?
Yes, ma'am. I fixed it within the 10-day period. I sent in an email with the receipt as well.
All right, let me check that very quickly. Hold on a second. Okay, Valerie, do we have that? I'm only seeing the appointment.
I don't see it in the paperwork. Just the appointment.
Okay, Miss Perales, could you email that again to the court?
Yes, ma'am.
That photo, if it checks out, if it's been corrected, then it's a $10 compliance fee, okay?
Okay.
But you do need to mail that in so we have proof for the file, okay?
Okay. Okay.
All right, and then you have an appointment on the 24th of September for the driver's license, right?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
you break it up where it's, the doors and frames one price, and the hardware one price?
Okay. Do you have any money to take care of these 2 violations that are still pending? The driver's license and the drug paraphernalia cases?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to place you on a deferral for both of those.
Okay.
The driver's license, condition of that will be for you to make sure you get that copy of that driver's license reinstated, okay?
Okay.
All right, so it's going to be $150 fee on that plus your driver's license.
Okay.
And want to get that within the next 90 days, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome on that one. And then on the other one, we're going to try to keep that one off your record as well. It's $331 for the deferral.
Okay.
And then you have to take the 4-hour drug awareness course online and not get any other tickets in the next months, okay?
Okay.
All right, when can you make your first payment towards these?
Towards those, you said within 90 days, correct?
Well, you'll need to get your driver's license within 90 days. And
Okay.
then the drug awareness course, you'll have 180 days that you'll be on the deferral, on the probation, okay?
Okay. Okay.
All right, can you make an initial payment in the next 30 days?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
All right, so you'll need to make an initial payment of $40 on each of those. So you'll have
Okay.
$80 that's due within 30 days, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
But you also have to, the $10 compliance fee, so you're looking at $90 total, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
In 30 days, okay. All right, we will be sending you paperwork about that, but you do have to make sure you send in those fees in the next 30 days, okay?
Okay.
All right, any questions?
No, ma'am, that's it.
Okay, you're free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Dixon?
Judge, on Patricio Cuellar, plea agreement, he's going to plead no contest on the second charge there that's pending.
Okay,
Fine of $281 due within 30 days. And then I'll dismiss the other one. He did indicate that there was some junk left in the alley by a contractor that was working on a telephone pole that wasn't something that he put there. So that's what we came up with.
okay, very good. Mr. Cuellar?
He's on mute, Judge.
Mr. Cuellar or Mr. Luis Cuellar, if you could press *6, please. Mr. Cuellar, you're on mute. If you could press *6 on your phone.
Hello?
Okay, can you hear me now, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and is Mr. Patricio Cuellar there?
I'm here, ma'am.
Okay. Señor Cuellar, ¿entiende lo que explicó el fiscal?
Sí, señor. Sí,
Ok,
entendí.
así que va a pagar los 281 en 30 días, ¿verdad?
Sí, no hay problema.
Ok, y luego el fiscal va a disculpar la otra infracción.
Está bien, muchas gracias.
Ok, de nada. Así que haga el pago dentro de los 30 días y luego vamos a cerrar el caso, ¿ok?
Muy bien, gracias.
Ok, ¿alguna pregunta?
No, ninguna, todo está bien.
Ok, que pase buen día. Adiós.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Okay, next up I have Colin, is it Rolike you said?
Yes.
All right, how are you today, sir?
Nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous. All right, let's see here. You have driving while license suspended charge. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay, then you have speeding 37 and a 30 mile per hour. How do you plead?
No contest.
All right, and then you have display expired registration or license plate. How do you plead on that case?
No contest.
All right, very good, sir. Since you do have multiple violations, sir, I'm going to have you speak with Mr. Dixon, the prosecutor, in hopes that you can resolve all those today, okay?
Okay.
All right, you'll be sent to a breakout room, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you, sir. Okay. Mr. Sepulveda, Logan Sepulveda.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Thank you again for joining. Let's see here. You have a parking charge, parking 2 to 5 a.m. How did you want to take care of that one today?
I would like to contest that.
Okay. It's a civil matter. So basically the rules of the ordinance are that you cannot park on the streets and almost park between the hours of 2 and 5 a.m. All right. If you do want to park between those stated hours, you do have to contact the police department to get their approval to be placed on a list, and then they don't cite you for that.
Right.
I can have you speak with the prosecutor about it if you'd like to. Otherwise, we can talk about a reduction in the fee.
Okay. Well, really, this was back 2 months ago. I had a friend that just moved into Olmos Park like 2 weeks before that. There's no signs between Shook Avenue and Melrose where she stays that indicate that there's a 2 to 5 restriction, or that there's a 2 to 5, I guess, restriction on parking. And I was not aware of that by any means. And I woke up to a ticket on my car. So I'd like to contest that for sure.
Okay, so like I said, there are those rules and regulations. I can let you speak with the prosecutor in a few minutes if you'll just hang on, okay?
Thank you.
Just for your personal knowledge, there are signs posted at the entrance to the city limits that indicate that those restrictions, okay? All right.
Really? Okay.
All right, I'm gonna have you speak with the prosecutor here in a few. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Julia Troy.
Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. You also have a parking violation charge, parking 2 to 5 a.m. How did you want to plead on that one?
I'd like to plead no guilty and speak with the prosecutor, please.
Okay. Hang on and he'll be with you in a few, okay?
Okay, terrific. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next up, Steve White.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. White, how are you today?
Good.
Good. I believe you were scheduled to visit with the prosecutor again. Is that right?
Yes, this was a reset from May.
Okay. Let you speak with him. I think you wanted to just follow up on compliance and everything, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, hang on a minute. Again, he'll be with you in a few, okay? Thank you. All right. Pedro Rubio Martinez.
¿No?
Hello.
¿Sí?
¿Habla español?
Sí, por favor.
Okay. Señor Rubio Martínez, tiene un ticket por no sacar un permiso por un árbol.
Sí,
¿Sí?
oiga, fue lo que la otra vez platicamos.
Ok.
Esta es la segunda vez ya que estoy aquí en corte.
Ok, ¿y mandó fotos?
Mandé fotografías, yo no sé si las hayan recibido o no, se mandaron 2 veces.
Ok, dame un momento.
Nunca me supe si no me dijeron si sí la recibieron o no. Y el día 2. Pero, ok.
Ok. Do we have those, Valerie, somewhere?
You know, let me transfer them from the email.
Okay. Was he reset for sentencing or was he?
He was reset from, I think he missed his court date December. That was, I think, the follow-up.
Okay. Do we have them?
Yes, there's 3 of them in there.
Okay.
Judge, I've got an agreement on number 15, Mr. Rolig.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a no contest on the suspended license with a conviction and a $300 fine. So that is a $5 reduction.
Okay,
And then no contest on the expired registration with a conviction and a $175 fine.
okay,
And then I'm gonna dismiss the speeding if he pays these other 2 off. He does need a payment plan. He said he can pay at least 150, sounds like approximately every 2 weeks. He's living on his own with rent and so forth. So I told him I would let you know that he needed a payment plan. But I mean, he did sound like, it's a little,
sure. I'll work with him. Okay,
okay.
thank you. You do have several people waiting to speak with you.
Okay.
Starting with Mr. Sepulveda, then Ms. Troy, and then Mr. White.
Okay.
So 17, 18, and 19 on the docket.
All right.
Okay,
I'll go talk to them. Thank you, Judge.
thank you. All right, Mr. Rolik. Sounds like the prosecutor made a plea agreement with you. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And are you in agreement with that plea offer?
If I can pay it, yeah.
Yes, I'll put you on a payment plan, just so that you're aware, because we place you on a payment plan. The last payment that's due is called a time payment fee. And that's $15 for each of those cases. So it would be a $30 final payment, okay?
So is $30 added?
$30 added, 15 for each of those open cases. Because we're extending it past 30 days, per state law, we have to add that time payment fee.
Okay, got it.
All right, so I can place you on a payment plan. Did you want to try to make a payment every 2 weeks, or did you want to try to pay that monthly?
I wanted to pay every 2 weeks. What was the initial cost? Price?
So 300 for the driving while license suspended. So if you can take care of that 300 within 30 days, there is no additional fee.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, I thought it was 300 and that's 300 for both?
Well, it's 300 for the first one and then 175 for the second one.
175. I can.
So if you wanted to take care of one within the next 30 days, we can take care of that and there will be no fee. All right.
I can probably knock these out. Well.
You're thinking 60 days?
In
30
60
days
days,
and then another
I can
30
probably
days?
get it done in 60 days.
All right, so let's have the first one. How about the 175 due in 30 days, okay?
Okay, got it.
If you get the money before then, just stop by and make that payment or call the court to make that payment, okay?
Got it.
All right, and then the other one will be due in 60 days, okay?
Okay, got it.
But again, if you can make payments towards that, that will break it down in over the next few months, okay? If you can pay the 175 within the 30 days, you won't owe that extra fee. You'll just owe it for the driving while license suspended. Okay. All right. Any questions?
Is there any way you can connect me to someone that knows how to get a license unsuspended or
You'd have to contact DPS directly, the DMV, the Texas Department of Public Safety, to contact them to see what it is that you need to do for their purposes to get that license out of suspension status. Okay, so there's various reasons they place it on suspension, but only they know that.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so it may be a reinstatement fee. It may be that you need to retest again. It just depends on what the requirements are for your particular situation.
It was no insurance while driving.
Okay, there may be, like I said, there may be fees that you owe to them, or they just may need you to come back in person to get that reinstated. But just contact them directly to see what things you have to do to accomplish that, satisfy their requirements to get it reinstated.
Okay, got it.
So just
Will
look up the DPS number and contact the driver's license office. There's several in town.
Okay, got it. Will I be issued a email to to what's it called? To remind me about my payment and everything like that? Or
Valerie, do we send another notice or?
He can email us. And we can send him a summary. Mhm.
Okay. All right, can you do that, sir?
yeah, I hear it.
All right, very good. So just contact them and they can reply with a summary of the due dates and the payments owed, okay?
Thank you.
All right, good luck with DPS getting that driver's license reinstated, okay?
Okay, got it.
All right, you're free to go. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, thanks, sir. Mr. Dixon?
Judge, on Sepulveda, I'm going to agree to reduce the fine to $20.
Okay.
He was visiting someone. He didn't see any signs. He didn't know about it. He's never gotten a warning. He knows about it now. So I told him I would agree to reduce it to $20.
Okay, Mr. Sepulveda, are you okay with that?
Yeah, sure. That'll be fine.
All right, very good. So we'll have that reduction placed in the file here, and that will be due by next Friday, the 20th, okay?
Okay, awesome.
All right, you're free to go. Have a good day.
Yeah, real quick. So I just wanted to make sure Mr. Dixon said I could just go by the courthouse, drop it off in cash.
That's correct. Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Sounds good. I'll be doing that.
Take care.
Thank
All
you.
right, bye-bye. Thank you. All right, next up, Frank, you have Miss Julia Troy.
Okay, I'll go talk to her. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Okay, señor Rubio Martínez.
Sí,
Sí, ya tengo los fotos, así que era del árbol, ¿verdad?
sí. Ujú.
¿Cuál era el problema?
Pues que me puse a terminarlo sin sacar el permiso.
Ok.
Pero como yo le dije a la gente, le dije, mire, le dije, yo no creo que para este árbol de este tamaño necesite un permiso, porque yo no usé ni escalera, estaba del piso con una vara trimeando las ramas que estaban muy bajas. Cuando llegó la gente, ni siquiera me dejó terminarlo. Entonces me dijo que no, que se requería permiso para eso. Le dije, mire, le dije, yo sé que aquí la ciudad de Olmos se necesita permiso. Yo he sacado permiso aquí en Olmos para trimear otros árboles. En Paseo El Encinal 106, no recuerdo exactamente si hace 2, 3 años, que sí fui y requerí un permiso, me lo dieron, me cobraron $25. Y para este árbol, pues se me hizo fácil porque es un árbol pequeño.
Okay.
Además de eso, que pues estaba estorbando la vialidad ahí en la calle Macale y la entrada al parqueadero de la doctora ahí. Entonces, se me hizo fácil a mí trimearlo sin sacar el permiso.
Okay,
y se me hace, perdón.
Bueno, si me permite, va a hablar con el fiscal en unos momentos, ¿ok? Y él va a revisar las fotos, ¿ok?
Está bien, sí.
Ok, va a hablar alguien con usted que puede hablar español, ¿ok?
Gracias.
Ok, sí, me espera un momento, ¿ok?
Sí.
Gracias. Mr. Beck, I see you joined us. How are you? You're on mute, though?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry I'm late.
No, that's okay. How are you this morning?
I'm fine.
All right, very good. Here, let's see here. You have a city ordinance violation, prohibition of weeds, brush, and rubbish. How do you plead on that case, sir? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Not guilty.
Okay. I'm also going to have you speak with the prosecutor about the city ordinance violation. If you'll give him a few minutes, he is speaking with someone else, and he does have a few people ahead of you, but you'll be sent into a breakout room with him in a few minutes. So look for that screen to pop up on your computer there, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Judge, on Miss Troy.
Yes.
Apparently it was her son driving the car. He's 17. So he didn't know about the ordinance. I'm gonna reduce that one to $20 also.
Okay, very good. Ms. Troy, are you in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. So that'll be due by next Friday. You can stop by or mail that in, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day. Frank, you have Mr. White. I believe he was reset from a previous discussion you had.
Okay, thank you, Judge. I'll go speak with him.
Thank you.